Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wise Tips. Eduardo, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Now starting using my long sleeves. It's getting
Oh,
cold.
yeah.
I see that you are all festive as well.
Yes, definitely. I thought I'd just spice it up a little bit. Yes, definitely. Well, we'd like to thank you all for joining us, and we hope that everything is going well with all of your holiday preparations. So we're going to be trying to be real quick today and now in about 8 minutes. So we just wanted to start off by saying that a lot of you might notice in the last couple of days you got a new update, which is pretty exciting. Please be sure to go ahead and take a look at that list of new features because we added a lot of features, especially stuff that you guys had asked for at the wishlist webinar. We've been knocking those out left and right. So you probably noticed a lot of changes even to your home screen. So again, please look at that list of new features and of course call and ask if you have any questions about any of them. One of those that I would like to definitely remind you guys about was one thing that you guys asked for at the wishlist webinar, and that was being able to actually have a ship to label from the patient file. So everyone who uses our reproduction module knows that previously in the patient file, what was linked to the shipping facility was the agent board. That is no longer the case. There's a specific label now that says ship to that is linked to all of the stallion management stuff for being able to be the ship facility. So just please, as you know, we kind of come around breeding season, please keep that in mind.
I keep asking, how many fields users are going to come up for this spot because we are running out of space there. But it's good that we have, origin for global vet link, registration for documents, so owner can be different. So ship to is perfect there. But one thing that I really love is that when we did this implementation here, if you change the owner here on top, it was another suggestion, a question pops up, update all.
Yeah.
And if you say yes, so now you don't have to click one at a time. I think that was pretty cool. And also the same function happens when you're adding a new patient. So instead of selecting 6 times, you pick the first and all of them will be there. I love that one.
Yes, definitely. And as always, please don't forget to save. Some of you guys might get really excited with the new pop-up and forget to save. Please save.
Yeah. This one I will not touch because I know that's your database, so I will just show where it is, but I will not save this one.
No worries. All right. Well, I think the next one we came up with was actually a popular request, which was showing the history of who updated cost and price. So everyone probably knows that, keeping up to date with costs and prices is a multi-user collaborative effort. So it is helpful that when something's changed, you can, of course, for auditing purposes, go back and see who changed it and when that price or that cost changed. So to go ahead and look at that, you're just going to go ahead and open up your task file. And you're going to go ahead and click where you normally do to update the cost or the price. And of course, many of you guys know that when you guys click this form here and to go ahead and update the retail price, you're actually going to see all the different types of profit centers, scenarios, invoice types, because some places do have different pricing schemes based on those variables. So per each type, you can actually select each one and hit that history button down there at the bottom right-hand corner. And it will actually show you, again, a history of the user that changed or updated that cost or price and when they did that.
One thing that saves us a lot in Wise Option is the event log. So having who did what and when, it's awesome. I really like. So that's a pretty good example. Oh, I didn't do that. Well, don't share your password.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Good reminder too, especially as, we're heading towards breeding season and stuff like that. Might as well just get this in here. You'll probably hear me say it a lot. And a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, shut up about it already. But seriously, please log out when you're done. I know it takes an extra couple, 30 seconds to log back in, but please do that because this is the reason why, because something gets changed and no one knows who did it. And some people just share one username. You don't really know who did it. And it is really important. Well, I promise you will come back to bite you in the butt. So please just log out and log back in.
Yeah, and the feature I just showed was I picked the retail price, but it's the same function that works for retail cost. So the history is maintained separately for both.
Yes. Well, I think the next one we had was going to be about category management. So this is something that, everyone who sets up a task file or who performs procedures, or especially whenever you're setting up invoices, particularly when you go ahead and add an invoice, you can select a category. Some people use this more than others. Again, this is something that's really helpful in financial reports for the end of the period or the end of the year. So if you're that person that goes through the reports at the end of the year, and maybe you're going through some of these reports now at the end of the year here in December, and you're finding that there was just too many categories, that maybe you guys use too many categories and it's just not efficient for what you need it to be for how the financials are split up. One of a popular question I always get asked is, can we delete a category? The answer is no. And the reason why is because it's a part of history. Just like you can't delete a location, these categories are parts of history within the system. So although you can't delete it, I do have a little tidbit on how you can help manage these a little nicer, especially maybe if you migrated over from another system. Sometimes people had a lot of categories in their previous system that they don't use anymore, and they want to just be able to clean this up a little bit and make it easier for their employees, not to select the ones they don't want to. So what I would actually recommend doing is going ahead and adding a new category that's going to be a sibling to all the others, and call it XX inactive. What that's going to do is it's going to kick it all the way to the bottom of the list. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to click that button there at the bottom that says rearrange items on this list. And you're going to drag items from that list underneath that XX inactive, that last one at the bottom. And again, it's going to keep all those categories you don't want to use anymore at the bottom. And so again, make sure that all your employees know, hey, we're not using this category anymore.
I would call this a workaround for now, but our intention it's to, in the future, just to let you select that one, and we go for edit. We should put somewhere around here a checkbox where you can say that's active or inactive.
Yeah,
that would be the proper. But, the honest answer to this is that's such a minor, thing. And we've been swamped with so many pull requests that this one keeps bumping, over and over and over to the bottom of the list. I like this workaround, but just keep in mind that down the road somewhere there, on one of these updates, we're going to give you the active and inactive. You just switch to inactive. But I think it was very good explanation, Rachel, because we should not delete things. It's always a curse when we delete things in a database. So just put them, in a repository that you don't use so often, but at least you don't take the chance to get corrupted database, and you don't have broken links in your data. So integrity, number one priority.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that wraps it up for today. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And as of course, please, everyone be safe and have a very happy holiday and a very happy new year.
I hope you guys have a safe and, end of year. All of us are really looking forward to 2021.
Yeah.
So good things waiting for us. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for having the opportunity to work with Wise Option. And we guys really are making us, proud of the group that we have. We really appreciate your trust as always, and looking forward to many, many years ahead.
Sounds great. Be safe, everyone.